head resting on a pillow. Out the doorway, sounds of a recorded soap opera interspersed by hissing steam and light from the lamp caravanned to ears and eyes. Soon these sensations would cease. Only the dim glow of a few minuscule bulbs would take their place. On a snow-cold night, where the comforter, not suffocating, but a tender embrace of warm affection, cyclically the furnace gently bellows on, soothingly humming before catching its breath. Such solace these moments embedded, yet amidst the shifting soundscape laid the opportunity to cuddle up to that nightlight and reveal the graphics of that handheld gaming system with the volume turned all the way down. Once content and rather assured nothing else might stir, an army crawl down the hallway, at the end standing upright and for a moment basking in the possibilities. To the right, the kitchen. To the left, the living room. Desires of those years always within reach. Grabbing a bowl from the cabinet above, box of cereal from below, and securing the milk from behind. Pouring together the mixture perilously on a counter's edge. A curious glance out the windows of the dining room and kitchen to that of large tree branches swaying in the darkness. Returning that which at the moment could. Then lastly, a spoon from the drawer caddy corner. Now to the living room, spying a remote, grasping it, and taking the rightful spot on a 3-section sofa, diligently placing the bowl aside, pulling a coarse, linty woven blanket from its resting place, draping it over back, enveloping most but head and chest. With a steady grip, aiming at the lifeless screen, pressing power, then immediately mashing volume down. Inputting numbers, the channel flips to cartoons. Adjusting the sound so to be just audible enough. Munching away begins, smiling and transfixed on the multitude of flashing colors that painted stories and the vibe of that room, an overall low electric iridescence. Eventually, hands freed up and shows having crested, input switched to video 2. Briefly abandoning the settled niche, the power of a console turned on, retreating back with a tri-pronged controller. The new visual standing as a challenge, bending to the will that meant to overcome them. As a fair more than a dozen whispers of the house came and went, eyelids grew quite heavy, and advancement under such worn conditions seemed not. So, a blanket spread back atop the couch, channels and volume returned to their original state, a console powered down, controller and remote staged as if having never been touched, a bowl and spoon meticulously camouflaged beside other unwashed dining ware, and one last stealthy crawl along the floor, journeying back, slipping under covers, cozily snuggling up into just the right position, and drifting off to sleep, where there could be no sweeter dream.